the Intermediate League. We are here with Fiery Man. We did this with Snow every week, except now he has decided that he has screwed up his sleeping schedule once again. So shout out to him. And I think he's gonna be sleeping for another like 4 hours. So the first thing that we'll go over, if you look at the schedule here, Fiery Man, for the games for week 5, was there any upsets or anything that you see right off the bat? I think everything kind of looked like it went how it probably should have.
Honestly, the only thing is Team O's and Team Retro going like 1-1. But like I don't know. It could have been 0-2 or 2-0 anyways. Like that's the only one that's like shocking to me.
Yeah, I think actually looking at it, the Tennessee Tech and Trail of Tears going
Mhm.
1-1. Trail of Tears is the third best team in Division 1,
Mhm.
and Tennessee Tech was at the bottom of Division 1, and they got a game on them. So I'm interested to see how that game went.
My only thing on that one is Tennessee Tech has played a season together and they seem like a bunch of friends that play together. So I figured they're bound to win a game together by coordination.
True. Oh no, I screwed this up again. I gotta color code everything now. So we're going through our win-lose ratio for last week. What teams won, how many points, so on. Oh man, this is gonna take me forever.
Oh, and this is some nice color coding. Um, you know what we should do?
Oops.
What we should have done, Juke, is I know you've been doing this every week consistently. We should have let the Jailbait podcast happen before this, so that way we can just go through their content and save half the job.
That's true. That's true.
um, honestly,
So,
what can I just mention one thing? And maybe going too far ahead.
what's up?
Unknown versus Ember. Everybody wanted it, and they're not
Yeah.
facing each other. Maybe I'm skipping too far ahead because you probably want to do
No.
week 6 matches after.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, so basically what it came down to was this week here, it was going to be Unknown and DH has faced the exact same teams up to this point except for Ember and Fevical. So we were either going to face Fevical or Ember, and I wanted to face a stronger team on the list just because I wanted to get the guys pushed. Now, since we got Staples, the schedule has been a little bit easier for us, I guess you could say. I
Mhm.
still think that we went up against a couple of pretty good teams. Maybe not in the sense of like the best win rate, but Silver Breakfast Pandas, they were a good stack. They almost beat Unknown, they almost beat Ember, and then when we played them, it was quite one-sided. We faced Team O's. Yes, they took a game off on us, but they did really good against Unknown as well.
Yeah. Well, known
Let me
last
see.
they were facing last week team Ooh, and they were actually behind the second game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like by a lot. But then
Then they brought it back.
yeah, yeah, I remember watching that game. I watched most of that game, and I was really wondering what was happening. I was actually really confused that game of like how Team Ooh just decided to play pub Dota instead of actual Dota.
That's what they do. They're another group of a 5 stack of friends that just are playing just for fun.
That just kind of
That have been
goon it
playing
up.
together. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Um, so I believe I have this set up right. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me on this. Unknown 1-2-0, DH 1-2-0, Ember went 2-0, Fevical 1-2-0, iBad 1-2-0, O's and Retro went 1-1, Tennessee Tech and Trail of Tears went 1-1, and then TTP 1-2-0 against Low Prio Gods.
Yeah, I just looked at it and that looks right.
Okay.
I guess
Um,
yeah, the 1-1s maybe, and besides that, like every 2-0 is not shocking at all.
yeah, yeah. I did think that Fevical and Helmets On was gonna go 1-1.
Mm.
I feel like Helmets On they do play well. There are things obviously that they lack for a team of just friends, and very spaced out ranks and they're just doing this just to kind of screw around, I do think that they play very, very well. So it's actually I'm a little bit surprised that they are as low down and haven't won a game yet. I do think that that team is very good. I think if they keep the rules consistent and actually try, if they play another season, I actually do think that they'd be one of the better teams.
You're talking about Helmets On, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So one of the guys said that there's going to be a couple leaving and a couple new kind of players, and I think it's going to be a
Okay.
couple of the lower players leaving. So I think they definitely, if that is true, their stack is definitely going to be better.
Yeah. Let me get the esports profile here. I'm just trying to pull up AD2L. Trying to pull up their game first.
No worries.
Okay. So I am just looking at the first game on the list, U versus Unknown.
Okay.
How the hell do I pull this game up? What the heck?
You should be able to just take game one.
Oh yeah, right here.
I like how the stream's like 4 seconds ahead, and I'm like, what are you doing? Just there you go.
Okay. So let's see. So they pulled their same thing. They got their Wind Ranger in the off lane for U. Magnus carry, I think, is what it looks like. It's kind of weird. TJ got a Flash Wreck. Sleep who played Wraith King. Yeah, I mean all the players. I mean this right here. I don't know how much Rhino plays Brewmaster. I know he's been playing it more lately, but I mean these four guys got heroes that they are very, very comfortable with and like a lot. So right there alone.
Yeah, I think Wraith King is just a really good hero right now, farming wise. 17-minute radiance, no flame. Could be a little faster. JKTG. I don't
I mean
know.
you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just good. They got P God on a hero that uses farm
Yep.
well, and a lot of initiation on their team, and a lot of honestly, Brewmaster gives a lot of team fight to a team. All he has to
Mhm.
do is, if he does his ultimate really well, he does a really good job. And when I
Yeah.
look at the other team, I guess they're kind of relying on supports are kind of their background. I guess they're looking at the DP Magnus to do stuff, like the
Yeah.
DP ult to push stuff down and the Magnus to win them the game.
I don't know. This Magnus hero.
Hmm.
It used to be able to when the scepter was absolutely broken on the hero. You could do stuff, but the thing is, this hero can't solo carry anymore, in my opinion. Like you need to be able to buff something else up. Like you can focus fire. I guess you get a little more damage. DP with a little bit of extra right click damage. Nah,
I
that's really nothing.
I think you want, if you're gonna pick Magnus, you have to prep for another melee core. It can,
Yeah.
even if Magnus is your safe lane, even just giving it to an off laner, or accelerating their farm could be huge. Like imagine an Earthshaker as your support, and you kept giving him empower. He gets his blank timing faster. That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah. I don't know. It just looks like a kind of standard game. Game two, unknown. Looks like most of these guys got another hero. I don't know how much P God plays Zeus. That's the only one I don't know of. But Eclipse, he likes to play the Chen. Sleepy got the Wraith King again. TJ, I don't know how much he plays Storm. I think he plays it, but I'm not sure. Rhino's been spamming Bristleback as well. On the other side, they Wind Ranger or Luna. I think that's all these guys do off lane. Actually, the more I look at every week.
It's so crazy to me that Luna was so far ahead, and then nothing. Like, do we have graphs, Juke?
um,
Like, I'm just so
yeah,
confused
they
about this
do.
game and the amount of times this sniper got pulled out. Like at 15 minutes, I felt really good for their draft. I'm like, they're going to win. And then
Mhm.
even around 32, 33, I was feeling really good for them. And all of a sudden, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we'll see. on the little map here,
Mhm.
they both sides took a fight right in this general area. And
Yeah.
TJ was like right here. He zipped up here to try to kill a courier for whatever reason. And then he zipped back down over here and realized this was a bad spot, and then zipped over to here and died. And then at that point, that's when I started watching, and I was like, okay, these heroes, they're actually kind of farmed. Like they seem really strong. BDC on the sniper gets the Aegis, and then he dies right here by himself 2 times while everybody else is like over in the triangle.
I think he was lower, wasn't he?
Yeah,
When
he might have
Sniper
been lower.
died,
He was going
lower.
for the tier 2.
Uh,
And then after that, I mean,
mhm.
you have a sniper against the storm and you were somehow dealing with it. And then I guess they just didn't show the respect. And then, yeah, this was the only play that I mean, maybe there was more stuff early game. Maybe this was the only play that I was kind of questioned on because he went in for the courier and he didn't get it. It's like he got baited by it and died. And it looked like the fight went really bad. But you can see they slowly started climbing with that. Like Sniper died here twice, and it's just it changes. It's a really quick upcharge there because they have to
Mhm.
focus so much on the Storm Spirit. There's too many fires to put out. A Storm Spirit, a Bristleback, and a Wraith King. Yeah, and then Sniper having the Mindbreaker, obviously. Yeah, that
Yeah.
fucks up the Storm Spirit. But you can't deal with these other two. I don't think Sleepy died this game.
Yeah, I think
Oh, no,
he
he
died
did.
zero
He
times
died
this
twice.
game. I think.
No, he died
Did he?
twice. What the hell is he talking
Oh,
about?
I thought
He
he
told me
said.
that he died 0 times.
That's what he told me
Nice job,
too.
Sleep.
After
Yeah,
the
nice job,
game.
dude.
Liar.
Only died before 10 minutes. So that still count, clown. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. I think U was treating it as they have been. They're just having
Mhm.
fun with it. They treated it kind of like a pub,
Yeah.
and the other team that was trying harder, I think, ends up winning.
Clicking the ticket brings you back closer. Hey, Juke.
Maybe.
I just thought I'd let you know, not trying to stop the content, but I don't think anybody was
Yo, dude,
surprised when Unknown
I
won
just had to
2-0.
jump through my profile so you can see I have a 53% win rate overall.
Yeah, remind people that Jukester does
Yeah.
win games.
Yeah, regardless of how it is so far this year. Then we went up against Silver Breakfast Pandas. This was our second game now that we had Staples Middle, and I think that we're really bringing it together finally. Jara kind of pissed me off because he had more kills than me, but it's whatever. I think we did really, really good with our drafting. We just decided to target their supports. We felt like we could deal with their cores. I feel like their support players are their stronger players. So I just took out their comfort picks here at the beginning.
Hmm. Yeah,
They
no.
kept banning the Monkey King because Jera has been spamming it, and I
Yeah.
think that's a waste because you ban these heroes and then we get Snapfire Mars, and then I think that's like all that needs to really be said about this game. That combo alone is just way too strong.
Yeah, I'll just compliment Silver Breakfast Pandas on one player. Harb, I know he's 0-3-4 this game, but he did get a pretty good Radiance timing.
Yeah.
I wonder I wonder if, and this is kind of what happened in my game. I know you're not going to contender content or anything. I had a decent Radiance timing. I wonder if Harb, as soon as he gets Radiance, if he did he try to do anything against you guys that game? Did he?
I It was tough. So he got
Yeah,
Radiance at 16 minutes, but
yeah.
even by that point, like we were starting to steamroll really well. We had a
Okay.
Dragonite and a Riki, so we were just running down lanes. So he did try to
Uh,
fight a little bit, but I mean,
mm,
there's really not much he can do. So even though he was farming well, it was a tough game for him.
That's the only thing I can think of. You have the Radiance, you have it at 16. Does it take you long to get your next item? And maybe you can like put up some sort of fight on that one
Mhm.
fight. Like that's kind of, I'm thinking your final stand is like that mark, like your one timing to go for. But sometimes you just lose all three lanes.
Yeah. Um, then we come to game 2. We were able to pick up the AA again. Um, they banned the Snapfire this time, but I really do think that you have to get rid of the Mars here. I mean, we picked it up at 16. They had 5 bans beforehand, and they never got rid of the Mars. And I feel like Mars is just I think I mean he's got 49% win rate, it says here, but I think that Mars is the strongest offlane hero. And if you watch back game 2, you can see Snow was playing pretty papeg.
I think what makes Mars really strong is literally his team fight ultimate is up twice as much as any other offlaner's
Yeah,
team ult,
yeah,
and I think
yeah.
that's
That's
the difference. So in pubs,
fine.
they're not going to abuse that timing, but in captain's mode games, even at our level, people will abuse that and be like, "Hey, well, we used it. Oh, we screwed up." It's not like you're using a Tidehunter's Ravage. Oh, well, 140 seconds now. The Mars ult comes up every 60, 70 seconds. I actually think it might have to be nerfed to add some time.
Yeah. And I think Snow will even say that this game, I mean, Will saying it, he was watching the game the whole entire time. If you watch back the game 2 might have been the worst game Snow has ever played with GH. He still did very good,
Hmm.
but in the lane, I mean, he was throwing spears and he was missing range creeps. He wasn't connecting on trees when he threw it at heroes. He ultied a couple times that were a little questionable. I honestly think he still played fine, but it was compared to his other games, this has been his worst one, I think.
Can I see what I didn't get to see what Silver Breakfast Panda did they pick PL into Medusa?
No, we picked
Seven. Oh,
Medusa
okay.
after.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
gonna say, man, I think Medusa just shits on PL now.
See, when we played, we knew. So we went
Hmm.
over the drafting beforehand, and this is the game that I'll take the most time to talk on, obviously, because it's my team. So I have
Yeah.
like the insight, the behind in that stuff.
Be careful how
I
much you
think we
say.
finally. Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think we finally figured out what we need to do as a team to win.
Hmm.
That much I won't explain, but we looked at it and we knew that Hugh has been playing Axe like nonstop. So we let that through game 1 because we just right off the bat knew how we were going to play against it and beat it. And so we did that, and they didn't pick it up the next game. And we didn't ban PL either game because we knew that that is Harb's most played hero, and he likes it. And every team's banned it against him. And we knew that in game 2, if we didn't ban it, they would pick it up, and so we could be ready with the Medusa pick.
I like the strat because I've done that as well. Is you let them have their hero, and then you just counter it. You're like,
Yeah,
it's okay. Like this is.
yeah.
I look at this PL, and I'm like, honestly, all 3 cores do well against PL. Like I don't know if Harb is whoever their drafter is literally picked. Well, I guess you have 1821, but I look at all 3 of your cores, and I'm like, PL has 0 game.
Hmm.
Like that.
And
That's what I see.
we even I don't know. It says we drew the safe lane, and I do think that we did. I think it was even. The PL got the farm he wanted, but there were Mars, TP'd to different lanes to get kills. I TP'd to different lanes. There was one fight where Jera literally only lived because somebody popped a mango and the spell shield kept him alive. He had like 35 health, I think it was. So they dropped they rotated like 3 or 4 heroes on there, and Urbo and I went down there. Neither of us had our ults and saved our Medusa, and we killed all of them. And I think at that point it was really, really tough. But because we were doing that, their other lanes were getting frustrated.
Hmm.
I don't think Harb felt comfortable enough to, try to make something happen top when it was just me or just Snow up there.
Yeah, you can even see he went for the. Well, he probably got Yasha earlier. I say 14, 20, 26. I'm like,
Yeah.
um, I wish I could go through his game and find out when he got Yasha and everything, but you could kind of see that fight at the bottom, and their team died twice. Sorry, I was.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. No.
Yeah. Uh, I
But
don't
yeah, I
know.
think
Hard game for Peel.
we're.
I don't think Harb. This is Harb's game to win. I think. I think you laid a little trap, and then you picked 3 heroes good against that hero. I think Neko wasn't a terrible decision, and I don't mind the Radiance build. Trying to core. I just
The,
I feel like they just set their team up for failure game 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
They the thing about it too was game 2, they were all extremely tilted from game 1. We played very, very well, and I think that they came in with the mindset that they would do better, and I thought that they would do better than they did as well. But they came into game 2 extremely tilted, and there was like 3 or 4 times that both supports went middle to try to kill Staples, and none of us came to help, and Staples still got away. They used Necro ult sometimes. They missed some arrows. Lich really can't gank that well. So, it was just getting kind of frustrating for him. And I think by the time the laning phase was over for both games, I think that they were too upset with how they were playing to move on.
Yeah. Well, I think the better team won. You know.
Now we Team Ember versus Zero Hoots Gang. I figured that Ember would win this game. Nobody's been able to stop them yet. Maybe something happens this week. I don't know. We can hope. Looking at game 1, they picked up the Pango for Reedy, which is like his main hero.
They kind of got stomped.
Yeah.
Light spanked them, man. Their whole entire team did.
Yuki did really, really good. Yeah, they all played very
Yeah.
well. I don't know. Hi Gam. I don't know. Zeus Centaur does. I mean, I don't know. That is kind of a strong lane. You put out a lot of her ass. It's really hard to contest them.
He rushed to blink too. I wonder if he picked up like a regen at all, or he just got 15-minute blink and just started initiating. Sean Khan knows his role, create space. Orchid at 19. Honestly, the biggest thing for me is Orchid 19, Bloodstone 22.
Yeah, that's some fast. I mean, you probably only have mana boots before that, right? Like you don't build like what is it, the soul booster or whatever it's
You don't
called?
build anything on Bloodstone except for arcanes if you're rushing it. And a lot of the times, honestly, you go treads. So he must have went the arcane boots route. Most treads is so good. Oh, Kaya! Oh man, you could tell we don't play Storm
Oh,
Juke.
yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like the old way.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want treads on Storm too, but I mean, seems like he played very well this game. I mean, I can't critique it too much.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I would have. I still would have went treads. Treads is actually too good. The attack speed, the little extra mana you get. Oh, it's too good.
I don't like this draft at all by Zero Hoots Gang. Your stuns are cold feet and whatever the hell Grimstrokes is, and then Song. That's awful.
Yeah, you definitely don't have anything to line up. Song can. The one thing I kind of look at this strat, and there's a lot of AOE even on Team Ember, like kind of hidden AOE. Okay, you got the Storm, you have Zeus, you have Jakiro. I honestly think they were thinking Naga would win the game. I think just be too tanky to kill, but Naga didn't get to that point. Like this game ended at what 23 minutes.
25, yeah.
25, yeah. The Naga didn't even get a chance.
He got the Fusel at 17, and that was it.
Yeah,
that's rough. Yeah, Pango didn't get. He got Maelstrom at 19. Oh man, that's tough.
I look at this lineup, and I think, okay, maybe you go the Javelin as Pango, but your role is not to go damage. Your goal is to help Zykor, Obelisk, probably go those Pipe. Honestly, Pipe would have been really good this game. If you want to go the Jav, you'd go it, but maybe you go that Pipe.
Yeah.
Or
that's
no
the
Jav.
thing about it. I think their cores are really greedy. Like Pango, I think is a good hero, but he's the greedy one. He has to play kind of greedy. You can go damage, but then you need something else, like a Bloodseeker middle. You built 2 heroes with Maelstrom, so both of them want to farm.
Yep.
and you guys built these at 16 and 19 minutes. The game lasted 25 minutes. There's no way that the last 6 minutes decided the game. I mean, look at the graph. It was 10K at 20 minutes, it looks like.
I think you go with jab and you start gooning it up with your cores. I mean your supports, and you let the Naga get to a point where the Naga can win you the game. I honestly think that's how you play the lane. I mean the game, anyways. Is it's Naga's goal to win you the game, and the other team members to get the Naga to that point.
Well, and then game 2, they ban a couple of the heroes on Zero Hoot's Gang ban a couple heroes that they picked, that they felt were the biggest issue, and they open with an Oracle Wraith King pick. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Wraith King is very, very strong, but I feel like picking up an Oracle with a Wraith King is just redundant. Now that's me. Maybe that's the strat. There are definitely things that, higher skill players do and that stuff that work out that I'm just not a big fan of. Offlane DP, I don't like that at all. I think it's stupid, but it's one of the most broken things right now.
I honestly do not know why, and yeah, I've heard about this Sleepy as well. Is why are we playing Wraith King jungle? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's honestly all I got. Is I have no idea what was going on in their minds to play this game like this, but they did. And the game, I guess, was closer in kills, wasn't it? But you could
Yeah,
see
it was
that
one
net
kill
worth
difference.
was growing as the game went.
Yeah.
I guess the maple pick was to go against Anti-Mage at 22, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, they built 2 pipes as well. That's a good point. The Meepo built a pipe. I mean, 22 minutes. No, you still had time. I don't know.
What's
I
going
don't know. You
on?
see, you draft this and you put this Wraith King. Maybe they're just trying stuff out. It's regular season. You can
What is
try.
actually double pipe?
Yeah, but with this draft and that stuff, we're here. We're here to critique. We're here to overview the game. So we're gonna, call what we see. But like, you pick a Earthshaker as a core, and he's going against an Anti-Mage and a Lich, and you're like, yeah, we put the Wraith King in the jungle. Like, Anti-Mage alone beats Earthshaker. Yeah,
Yeah.
JB went absolutely crazy this game. He popped off 18-2.
Well,
But
at least they know their mid player can win a game. Or try to win him the game and light win his Tinker. I don't know, man. I guess I don't like it. That's all I'll say.
yeah, it's
Let's not be
not a
janky,
fan
man.
of this.
I bet they have a better chance of winning if they just have Wraith King safe lane and just pick an actual support, and maybe they can push that early game advantage. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Where's my next game at? Helmets on versus Fevical.
Battle of the
There we
Juggernauts.
go. So loading up game 1 here. Maybe. All right, Fevical looks like they took this pretty 31-13. Safe lane Morphling went 17-2. I'm gonna take a random guess and say that's the story this game.
18-minute E-Blade, 23-minute Manta. I like it.
Yeah. Safe lane PA Rubik, not strong. I like their off lane. Pango Snapfire is pretty good. They got their OD again, but I don't know.
Another
PA
Maelstrom,
is
man.
weird.
What's going on? You can't have 3 cores farming, guys. 3 cores farming makes you lose games unless if you're unknown.
Yeah.
It is very hard to spread out farming to 3 heroes. I don't think that's the only reason why they lost, but there's another Maelstrom on Pango, man.
What I tell my team all the time is sometimes I play a hero, that's a greedier position 4.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is if I'm playing, the roles are there for a reason. It means who 9 times out of 10 who your priority is. Your pause one usually is highest priority when it comes to farm. Now
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he gets shut down and it's all on your mid laner or something, but those are situational. 9 times out of 10, you want your Naga to be more farmed than you want your OD. You want your anti mage to be more farmed than you want your Wind Ranger. That's just how it is. And when I play pause 4 and I farm, I go take the greedy stuff. I go farm their jungle. I go farm the creep waves that are on their side of the map because I'm not going to take from my other cores. And unfortunately, when you pick Pango and you go Maelstrom and stuff like that, you're taking from your cores. I can almost guarantee it. Because if you have a Maelstrom, you have Swashbuckle off cooldown every like 4 or 6 seconds or whatever it is. You see a camp, you're just taking it because you're like, I could take this so easy, and then now it interferes with your other core's farm.
Yeah, I don't know exactly their team makeup. I've been on a team where the safe laner always got you know, the third most farm, and that's how some teams play. So I don't know if that's kind of what they're going for. Their helmets on is a team with various ranks and everything.
Yeah.
I kind of see Pango, PA both 1100 and 1115 last hits. I kind of like this Dazzle mid though. Like aggro, really, they were going aggro. Ha ha ha. Laugh at my own joke.
Yeah, I think Dazzle's is a core now, honestly. I mean, I've been playing Dazzle mid lane last couple seasons in AD2L, and now it's finally starting to be a thing. All I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd say it was really good.
But yeah, that's Morphling just took over that game. Let's look at game two.
Oh, another kind of really good game. 1 minute faster. More
70
kills
and
though.
1. Damn.
Uh,
11 and 1 CK. Yo, Will, you shut your whore mouth. Smiley
Oh, whoa,
face.
whoa, 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 whoa! Their offlaner mid swapped.
Oh yeah,
Squeezy
yeah.
is now the Queen of Pain. Huh. 21-minute heart.
Paul is saying, or Sleepy is saying that Squeezy is a Smurf.
Oh, just because he won.
What
I
the
think he's
what the
pepping us.
hell? Sleepy's got almost 4,000 games.
Clearly a Smurf. Kappa. Uh, what did Helmets On play that I didn't get to see? Yeah, either you're really zoomed in or.
Oh no, sorry.
No, it's all
I
good.
just haven't gone through yet.
No,
I am
no, it's
kind of
all good.
zoomed in too, because anytime I do this, and if Biggie watches, he yells that he can't see. So
He
I made it a
can.
habit.
Did you? Fun fact: people can actually zoom in on theirs, or they don't have to watch the content on their phone. They can watch on a larger screen. I like the Viper. Honestly, um, this game two draft, I just Radio Foot won his lane apparently, but Luna semi sucks right now. Like Luna's good and bad. I just think they can get ran at this game, and nobody's stopping them.
I don't know. I can't I can't criticize a team if they're playing. It's hard to, because they're not here to try to impress anybody. They just
Mhm.
genuinely want to have fun. Um, but it does trigger me. Like game one, Radio Foot played Rubik as pause 5. Game two, he plays position 1 Luna, and somebody else plays the Rubik. Like it just
It's hard.
yeah, it's tough for me to watch that when you see somebody just switch roles and even heroes and everything.
It's
So
not even like they're switching core roles. They're
yeah,
or supports, like usually what happens. And some teams do like a 4-3 swap sometimes.
yeah.
And like usually they start out as a 4. This is completely, oh, I want to play carry this game. Next game I'll play pause 5. No, to have a team go far, you don't see Arteezy playing pause 5 Phoenix while Fly plays Clinks besides that one game. If you want to win, you got to stick with your rules, sometimes swap it up.
I don't know. It's
but they're having
Well,
fun, and they admitted that they didn't expect
yeah.
to win games, so it's okay.
For the next game, iBad versus Nuisance. Unfortunately, Nuisance has. I don't know what they're doing exactly, if they're going to continue to try to play. Their team disbanded now 2 weeks ago. I know they've looked at other players. They've had offers from many players on different teams to say that they would stand in if they reschedule their games, which they've rescheduled every single game so far. So I don't know exactly what's going on with the team. Unfortunately, I think they might be done for the season.
I'd play with
Um,
them,
so
Juke.
so I bet just got 2 free wins. Yo,
Uh,
you got to talk to them. I I
I
I
know.
may I may have put that team together for the most part. However,
Yeah,
I'm not their agent.
that's okay.
I should
I
be their
might,
agent.
I might send them a message and be like, "Hey, I left my team to join you guys. Also a sinking ship."
Put two sinking ships together. What could go wrong?
I've
All
been
right, Team
told
O's versus
two
Retro.
negatives make a positive, two wrongs make one right.
It's true. Somehow it
I,
makes
I,
sense.
I like the guys that are left. Shady's a nice guy. Played a couple
Yeah,
games with him.
yeah, I like Shady.
Though I don't know how it's gonna work because he plays carry, I play carry. So,
Well, they need a mid laner.
yikes. Viper,
Anyway,
Viper mid coming.
uh, Retro versus O's. It went 1-1. Team O's looks like they won pretty confidently game one, 28 9 minutes, 40-14.
Hmm.
Another Storm Spirit, 18-3, just going off.
Yeah,
An
man.
off lane Void Spirit went pretty crazy too.
Huh.
I don't know. I like this draft right here. The Void, it's a little bit weird, but against Storm and Void Spirit, like, everybody thinks of it like, oh no, Chrono is such a long cooldown you can't fight. If you get next to a Void Spirit or a Storm Spirit and use Time Dilation, if they don't have BKB, that hero is probably going to die. Like, it's very hard to keep
Team Retro
fighting.
went two ham on the team fight. This one,
Yeah,
they're all in on their team fights, and whenever they use like, yeah, not all their ults are super long cooldown, but they're all in on their team fight, and if they don't get multiple kills on their team fight or do anything with them, they're kind of eggs for a couple minutes, and I think that's where Team O's did really well. Their lineup just keep going at them and win the game.
yeah. I don't know. They very last pick of the game, a silencer, and I went 1-11, and I don't like this hero at all right now.
Really,
I think
I've a
this
lot
hero,
of people have been liking the hero. I've been seeing a lot of core silencer lately.
I think Core Silencer only works if the other team doesn't know how to play the game. It works in pubs. I'll give it that, but that is it.
Hmm.
I don't know. This hero's poo poo. I don't care what anybody says. Especially as a core role. I'm even gonna argue with you on that. I don't think that hero should get
Listen,
farm.
I ain't playing core silencer. If it makes you feel better, but I'm just saying I see core silencer and it's been working. I used to back in the day. First item assault cuirass. Don't ask me why. I just thought attack speed and armor. It was like Battle Fury Wind Ranger back in the days. Team Retro won this game, man.
Yeah. They again did the pet peeve. They switched roles now. Different people are playing in different areas. The mid laner is now playing 4. I don't like when teams
Okay,
do that.
remember GH when he joined Liquid and they kept letting him play Naga and the Miracle would play Pause 4 Bounty Hunter or something?
Okay, listen. All that team does is random shit, okay? I watched Mind Control play Grimstroke the other day in their tournament game, and they won. He solo lane offlaned as Grimstroke. I don't know, man. This shit's getting weird.
Fair enough. I completely agree with you. They just do random shit. They're very comfortable with each other. I just thought I'd put that out there that you know what, Will is right. They're not the best example. That was mostly me memeing, but in general, you're right. Teams should not be swapping their support and core. But I was thinking Huskar is a specialty hero, and what if it was the pick? They won with it, right? And this looks like actually an okay Huskar game.
Yeah, I don't know. The can see everybody here watches pro games, and my team was even at fault of that. Shout out to Snow. We would watch pro games and we're like, yo, we should try that. And we actually lost games in the tournament because of that. And obviously, we probably would have lost our first couple of weeks anyway because of other issues as well. But that's beside the point. People need to stop thinking. Listen, go ahead and draft a pause 3 Grimstroke and a roaming Clinks in the same game against my team. I encourage it. Try and be Nigma. But we cannot pull that off. Like we don't know how to manage it.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying this looks like a good Huskar game. They took Huskar and maybe their mid player doesn't play it, so they did a little switcheroo. I'd say that's a little bit of an exception. Don't you remember Fireman playing Broodmother mid that one game? Switching roles almost made his team lose.
Anyway, that's the Huskar just seems like him and the Bloodseeker both got a free game. They couldn't find ways to handle it.
Yeah.
Another off lane Lycan. I don't know. Thugs like talking in the AD2L chat, and people are listening to his baboonism.
Listen, Lycan safe lane. You know what the biggest issue with Lycan off lane is? You know what you're supposed to do as the off lane? And I think some of these offlaners are forgetting. What do you do when you're in the offlane, Juke?
I don't know. Harass?
You disrupt the safe laner. You make the safe laner's life misery. You know what Lycan does?
Farms.
He sits there with his dick up his ass, and he gets some creeps. Listen. I almost wish I was playing Thursday because I would love Thug to pick Lycan off lane against me so I can last hit creeps. He can last hit creeps. We're good. You know what? He gets his farm. I get my farm. I come out of it. I'll go to the jungle. And I'm like, man, I feel fantastic. I bet my timing on items are going to be better. Honestly, these Lycan off lanes, I love it. They could get their CS. I'll get my CS. Heck, we can high five in the lane. Like the clap, click the clap emote or hit the hotkey. I am 100% down. I hope I face some Lycan off lanes in my pubs. I actually hope I do, so I can just have an easy game.
Yeah, let's look at the chat real quick. Talking about denies. 14 denies was the highest amount of denies in a 45-minute game.
Oh, you went to denies recently in the last week, or?
Oh no. I'm just looking. Sorry, at Tennessee Tech versus Trail of Tears right now. Just looking at the game. Tennessee Tech take one of their couple wins that they have. They even oh my gosh, they pick a Kunkka and get it done. That is crazy.
Kunkka has his moments, man.
A DP on the other side and a Wraith.
Wait. When was Kunkka picked?
Last pick.
Who's picking Kunkka into this team? Apparently this man, and somehow Zach Man won. How is that a last pick Kunkka? How is this a last pick Kunkka game?
This is you don't lose lane as DP. You don't even draw lane. You just win. You don't draw lane as Wraith King either.
Yeah, you can.
Nah, you shouldn't. Wait, hold on.
He has a Wind Ranger support.
They tri-laned.
Listen. I
don't like this support combo. Wind Ranger Dark Willow sounds poo-poo.
It actually sounds like god shit. Also, did you see what the Wind Ranger's one item is?
Yeah. I was gonna comment on that.
How is that a... Man, you could go like Force Staff to save yourself or your team. Like, you could do anything you want in life. Maybe you go the Javelin, for damage. But come on. Like, be a support.
Yeah, no, I think okay, so Wind Ranger is one of those pause fours that can transition into a core. However, I do think that going Monkey King Bar this game, especially you not getting it till 31 minutes, is bad. I think you should get a 4 staff before. I also think that you should get any kind of boots.
Hmm.
You have a DP, a Wraith King, and a Mars Dark Willow combo. You're not lacking damage.
Yeah, there's definitely 100% enough damage to deal with the other team.
Dark Willow Mars combo alone can win games, and you have a Wraith King and Death Prophet on top of that. Now, I'm not saying that this is Coffee's fault at all. I've played a lot of games with Coffee. I really, really like him. I think he's a really good player, but I don't think this was the game for him. I don't think Wind Ranger was the pick.
No, I'll blame him. Listen, he has a Starbucks coffee as his logo. Well, not logo, his profile picture, and that is not acceptable. Listen up,
Listen,
you venti
listen, okay.
motherfucker.
Everybody argues that they're the best at something in AD2L. Coffee Black is the guy in AD2L that will be able to beat any person in a fight. He could even take multiple of us on at a time. This guy is actually trained in like I don't know how many different fighting styles, dude. This guy's telling me stories and shit. How he spends like every single day going to like dojos and gyms and shit like that to learn new fighting styles, and he's been doing it for like 8 years or something. This guy will fucking kill us, man. We can't talk too much shit.
You think he could take on Fellowship of the Ping?
Dude, he probably take them all on.
I'm just
All in
saying,
one.
have you seen those guys? A couple of them buff, good looking dudes. You serious?
Yeah, but like, listen. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, first off, it's not even a 5v1. It's a 3v1 because JoJo's gonna fuck up one of his own guys.
He's gonna bring the meme hammer. Actually, I
Yeah.
just realized something. You tell Fellowship of the Ping they're gonna have a fight against one guy. They're showing up with booze. They've already downed 6 beers. It's over. Actually, I take that back. Fellowship of the Ping would not be sober. Two of them will be sober, and they'll get taken out. And
Yeah, they'll
JoJo.
get taken out by the drunks.
So okay, I take that back. They might be good rip boys, but it's not gonna work. How do you take Kuka last pick against their team but win?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
moving
know.
the game too. This game is crazy.
That's nice. That's nice. I like the win though. I like the 1-1. It shows, hey, take a game from them. I think you said, but look at what happened. 22 minutes, 29 seconds, 27 to 2.
Yikes. Well, this alchemist that went middle seemed to do very, very good.
1.1k net worth. Yeah, 11-minute radiance. I feel, who was he up against in the mid lane?
Leshrac.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
That
I even
was the last pick.
if you get it before 13, 11's really nice that it just increases your time. And I like how he went BKB right away. He went into a fighting build BKB Basher, and he gets to run at him and kill him.
Yeah.
Abyssal
I don't
Blade
know
was
what you.
coming. That's Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I like this. This is just kind of him running at you. You can't do anything about it. Brewmaster with the ult, and I look at this brew. It's just support items. Vlad's probably going to go into a pipe with that hood. Like, that's a team that's got your back. You literally can run around, and Jug can do whatever he wants. Now, yeah, I like this. Oh,
This was
don't look at
very,
chat.
very free game.
Don't look at
Yo,
chat.
yo, Snow slept, man. That's on him. Yo, everybody run. Dip out. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dove.
It's a dodge twice.
All right, all right.
The
Let's see
5Ds of dodgeball.
where
Classic
are we at?
movie.
We are looking for low prio gods versus T.
Man, I like this content. I don't even have to move my screen.
Yo, Snow, I added you, the team and everything multiple times. You didn't even respond to playing the scrim tonight, so I was like, oh, he's sleeping. Come on, bro. Yo, what the heck? Where's... Did they not play? Am I missing it? I don't think they played. Oh, yeah, forfeit. Okay.
There
Let's
we go. Didn't even show up to TTP. Well, TTP would have won 2-0.
I figured that they would have. Huh.
TTP is a pretty good team. I think some people they don't want to give credit to them just because they're in a division, but they've shown me that they're a pretty legit team.
I firmly believe that the reason why this team is not getting as much credit as I think they deserve is because of Mango. And I think it's because a lot of people Mango makes you feel awkward.
You know,
When Mango's talking, when he types messages and sends it to you in the Discords, he's odd. He I think he tries to see if he can weird you out, and I think because of that, a lot of people just associate him with being bad because they are uncomfortable with him and dislike him for that reason.
I look past the weirdness.
But all right, well, so we've got that. Let's move on to our week 6 predictions.
Oh boy.
So we have Fevical versus Unknown. I think Unknown to all these guys.
Oh, am I on the right?
No. This is just doing predictions. So what we did last week was Snow was red and I was black, and we predicted, and we went through with that. What we'll do this week, if you agree with me, we'll just leave it. If you think a different outcome, then we'll put yours as red.
Okay. Okay, I got you now. Jesus. I could definitely see yours and Snow's were a lot alike. It just seems pretty straightforward. Like, who's gonna win? Unknown or Fevical?
Yo, Snow actually thought that Zero Hoots Gang was gonna take a game off Ember.
I see that. I think that's bad.
Yo, Gam, I think you've done nothing but complain about something every single week. I really think so. This is why you guys don't have contender
Make your own
content, because you guys
spreadsheets?
are ungrateful.
Oh, bro, I ain't making my own spreadsheet. Literally, my stream's been Juke screen, but with Twitch chat. Literally, oh, and I have a cam in the very top right corner, and it's been going great. Yeah, I agree with the 2-0. Do you always say
This one,
first or?
DH versus Ember. Obviously, Ember is arguably one of the best teams in the league right now, up there with Unknown. I do think DH is stronger than we have been. I don't know if when we face week 1, I don't know. I think if we have the amount of practice that we had with Talos at that point with Staples instead, I think that we go 1-1 with Unknown at the very least, maybe even 2-0 them. And then I think that just spirals us up into a really good score. Ember though is still another ballpark. I'm going to be humble with it. I'm going to put 1-1, although I definitely believe it's something else. But I want to put it 1-1, so that way I don't have to deal with people talking mad shit, because my opinion is my opinion and not factual.
Okay. There's a quote from a man. I won't say his name. He says, "Build a team so strong, you don't know who the boss is." And when you look at Ember, you know who the boss is. So I'm going 2-0 DH.
Oh, monk ass.
You heard it here. Hot take. I think that Jera is an Herbo or up for the challenge to poop on Sean, and Sean might pick Lycan off lane, and Jera will be the happiest person he's ever been. Win the game. So there it is.
I don't know. I am very, I think it's kind of weird. DH is statistically. Let's look at it just so I can even make sure. We are currently in 5th place, so
5-5, right?
yeah, 5-5. We're tied with 2 other teams, but
Mhm.
how it looks in here,
Whoa.
we're
Zero
in
Hoots
the bottom half.
Gang got 2 free wins against Unknown. Now I do
They were taken
agree.
back. They were taken back.
Wait, they gave him back to him?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's
I
nice.
Now we are 5th place. We are at the bottom half of the pack. Um, but I do think of any team after Unknown, I do think that we probably have the best chance out of the entire intermediate division to beat Team Ember.
I think in anyways, Div 2. I think TTP is better than people want to give credit to that team, so
I think so too. We beat them though, so
hey, whoa. Listen. Scrims are scrims, you know? And
that is. Now this is how I look at it, okay?
mhm,
At the beginning of the season, I decided that I get so frustrated, and that's why I'm not doing a bunch of scrims right now anymore.
mhm,
Is because I get very annoyed when scrims happen and the side that loses is like, we were just practicing. We
mhm.
were memeing. We're not even trying. Then why waste my time? Why don't I go play a pub where I can try? So I go into the game and I try. Yeah, sometimes we try something new, but myself and all my guys give it 110% like we were playing an actual game.
You know,
TTP during this game,
mhm,
they picked some of their most common picked heroes throughout the tournament so far. So in my mind, I still do believe that they gave it their all. I don't think that Good Guy and Mango and them would just throw away a game just because. I think they gave it their all. I don't know. I think that they are a good team.
mhm.
I think if we face them, my hot take is we 2-0 them.
No,
That's all
that's
I'm gonna say
fine.
on
No,
it.
that is that a hot take? I think you guys could 2 them. I just want to just add something to that, Juke, about scrims here. I 100% agree. I remember scrimming a team as where I think it was with Cosmics. We faced the team, we beat them in both games, and they say, "Why are you guys going so try hard in scrims?" That definitely does bother me a lot because I take scrims as seriously as officials. You know who did? PPD. Do you remember PPD? When he was on Optic, he said, "Yeah, we don't scrim EG because we don't believe they take scrim seriously." Now, I don't really fully believe that EG didn't. I think PPD hated the players on EG and EG too. But I'm 100% with you. Don't waste my time. I want to scrim a team that's going to give their all, and I'm going to give my all. Yeah, who cares if you change up one hero because you're trying to work at it? But you know, it pisses me off. And
I
what
think,
else pisses me off? If you win, you bring up those scrim results constantly. And you say,
yeah.
hey, I personally think scrim results should be a little more private. But, yeah, you can mention them. But if you're constantly bringing up, do you think someone wants to scrim you again?
No.
No.
I
So
do think,
that's my two things. Sorry.
yeah. Like I said, I think TTP, I think they're a good team. I think that it would be tough for us if we played them and that stuff. Again, I do think that we would beat them. I think worst case scenario it goes 1-1. When you go into scrims, like Chad's saying, you do have a bit of a different mindset. Sometimes you don't want to give out like your big strats or whatever. Like we've got stuff that we have done very small amounts of or have not done yet because we're saving them. But at the same point, like if you go into a scrim and you have the mindset like I don't care at all what happens, I'm just here to play Dota, just go play a pub. Like obviously you're doing a scrim so that way you can get more comfortable as a team, you can try out strats. If you don't try your hardest with the strat, you actually don't know if it works. If you screw around and it works, maybe it just, I don't know. Anyway, back to the predictions. Silver Breakfast Pandas versus Zero Hoots Gang. I think Zero Hoots Gang takes that 2-0. I think with Harb leaving SPP, I think that team's really going to struggle now.
I'm just gonna go with you, Juke. I think 2-0. I think SBP has to find a carry, and I think it's one of the easier. Harb did draft for him. I don't know how much he was into it, but if there's kind of a couple roles you can replace, usually it's carry or mid fairly easily. Like
Mm,
I'm just saying from how to play the game, your carry or mid can be replaced. But
yeah.
if he was doing all the research and the drafting for them, I think SBP can really suffer for that. So I think I'll go with the Zero Hoots Gang 2 as well.
The next game is going to be interesting to watch too. Ooh versus Helmets On. Two just groups of friends that are just playing more or less to screw around. However, I think Ooh just has more talent.
Harb didn't draft.
Yeah. She drafted.
Oh, I thought Harb drafted.
I think Harb, maybe Harb did at the beginning of the season. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure Harb told me that he either at the beginning of the season he drafted, or he had a lot of say with it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put Ooh wins 2-0. I don't
Yeah,
know if
I
you.
can't. That's what I was gonna do. Teamwork makes the dream work, but I think Ooh definitely 2-0.
Timo's versus iBad. I think iBad takes it 2-0 as well.
Yeah, I feel like there's some have teams and have not teams, and I think IBAD is a have team. Hot take quickly. Actually,
Okay.
it's hot take removal. I thought IBAD was not going to be that good at the start of the season. No, I memed a little when I said C tier. I felt they were in that average B tier, not A tier. I'd like to just say IBAD definitely right now is A tier. Just thought I'd share that. My week one, I thought IBAD would flame out, but I gotta admit where I'm wrong. Not all hot takes can be correct.
That's true.
You know, if they were always correct, they wouldn't be hot takes.
It's also true. Um, I think Team Retro versus Trail of Tears. I'm gonna go ahead and say this game goes 1-1 actually.
Oh, it's such a tough match. It can go all over the place. Is Retro? Uh, what was their last? Give me a second here. Let me look at their Dota buff. I'm getting off your Twitch stream here.
Okay. I'm
Esports
just
profile. I need to look at their. I need to look at their. They swapped. They went
yeah.
1-1 with O's,
Yep.
and they swapped and won because of maybe a Huskar. We're gonna go. I am going to Tears 2-0 Retro.
Okay.
And then I'll agree with your next two results because I don't know if Nuisance is even gonna play.
Yeah, I don't. That's
Can can can
ultimately.
can my prediction be they forfeit? Is that a thing? Can I
Hold
can
on.
we just have like a 2 and then an F? I don't know. I'm sorry. I think they don't play. None of my
There
hot
you
takes
go.
are hot
There you
takes.
go.
Thank you. As long as there's somewhere, I don't know. I think that it'd be funny or low proud to them if they don't forfeit. But I think, I'd put $1 or two on that,
Oh
depending
God!
on the odds.
Don't encourage Sharky's gambling addictions.
Dude, okay, I don't know what's going on with Sharky. What's he doing in ADL chat? When are we getting gambling involved? You know how much work that actually takes
Oh
to
my
get
God, dude!
gambling?
Literally, Sharky and Hugh would go broke.
Also, this isn't two.
Sleepy would too. Sleepy would too, actually.
This isn't $2 for $2. The forfeit's like $2, but if I win, I get like 20 or something.
What the fuck?
And honestly, yeah, it's not 2 for 2. This is like betting odds, dude.
All right. Well, first let's go up. Let's look at the teams. At the tier list. Uh, Ember and Unknown, A tier, haven't lost yet. I mean, what can we do? Trail of Tears, going 1-1 with Team Retro. I'm going to move them out of B tier and move them down to C tier. I think all these teams in B tier would beat them. So that is why. Nuisance, because they have disbanded, I'm also going to move them down to D tier.
Yeah, you just don't know with them. Is Retro? I guess Retro has 5 wins, right? Retro's been winning games. Yeah, 5 wins. I
Yeah,
was gonna say.
they got some again.
Does any other team go down to D?
I mean, I guess the only ones that you could argue would be SBP, and that's because they lost Harb.
They still only have 2 wins.
Yeah.
I think you can knock down SBP. I think it's safe to put both teams in the bottom 2 teams each in D tier. I think that's okay. I think you're allowed to do that. 10 games played so far. I think you can do that. Even if they find, let's say, a better player than Harp, going to be really hard to do that. But they haven't shown anything. They've won 2 out of 10 games. I want to put DH in B tier. I really do.
That's what I need Cat to vote on it because I need to. I don't want it to be just biased. I need Cat. Do you guys believe that DH is in B tier, or do you think they should stay in C tier?
My thing is a core group of guys all sharing similar goals can move mountains, and I think DH can move mountains.
We'll see if anybody says anything. We got a whole fucking group of weebs watching, and nobody's talking except Harb and Sleepy. Neither of them are talking about what's going on.
Yeah, nothing. They're actually not even. They're still on it. No answer. We get there's nothing here. Ooh.
Harp thinks we stay C tier. Okay, so we're 1-1. Move to D tier. All right, Gam doesn't get a vote again.
Yikes! Move to D tier.
I think we went 1-1 against IBAD. Again, this was with Talus. We beat. We lost to Scrim and official to Unknown. Lost official to Zero Hoots. Beat TTP in Scrim. Tied IBAD in Scrim. Beat SBP in officials in Scrim. Tied U in official. Who else did we play? Beat Helmets on an official.
I just feel with Staples and your role swap, because I know what you're like sometimes in pubs, where you're making plays.
Yeah.
I think it was a good swap, and I feel it was an upgrade on 2 positions. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know who officially is the better player between you and Talus. I just think you're the better player for Digital Habitat in the 4 role. And that's how I want to say it, honestly.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
only
that's
Legend too, so.
you know what, Juke. You know who is Legend 3 Rhino, and let me tell you, that guy Smurf all over him. He's at least Ancient 4 or 5. Do you see what this guy's playing in pubs? No, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, go back. Come on. People, DH, come on.
Yeah.
Bring DH to B tier. Is it only 1-1 right now? Only one person has given a serious answer.
I think Sleepy said we stay. Dude, we lost AD2L, dude. Come on, stop pretending. We didn't ban the Deuce, so we thought we could handle it. Both games.
Yikes. But seriously, we're just staying in. I guess you're just staying. C. Can you at least put yourself at C tier or make your own tier C plus tier?
Yeah, well,
You're above these teams. You don't deserve to be with those 5 teams. If people
I
aren't saying you
agree.
deserve to be with B, you can't be in C. Let's
I
go C
agree.
plus.
I think that we beat all these C tier teams. Ooh, we tied with yes, but I'm still gonna call that a fuck up.
J- Come on, just make your own tier.
Yeah,
Make your
I'm B
the
a B
DH
tier.
tier in the middle. Dude, Sleepy is actually up against it now. He's saying you don't deserve B. I'm down with giving yourself your own tier. But that's a little meme territory
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, obviously this week we have to see how we do against Ember. Um, every team in D tier we beat. I think every team in C tier we beat, and I think every team in B tier we either beat or draw even with. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that we beat every team in B tier, which is why I think it's fair that we're in B tier. But I do think that if we play these guys, we can take games off of them.
You know what? I look at this. If there was a huge group stage between these 9 teams, like at TI, your team would be in the top 4. Heck, your team could even be like number 2 or 3 or 1. You know what I'm saying? You do TI, and then one of these teams has to go between B tier and C tier. You know what? That's not going to be your team. You're not going to the lower bracket. You're going to be in that upper bracket and out of these 9 teams.
No, but upper brackets for bitches.
Tell that to OG.
All right. I think that covers it for this week. I have to end the stream sometime soon because if we are doing a scrim, we have to get it over with here pretty soon because I have to wake up in like 8-9 hours already. So I want to get this done with as soon as I can.
For sure. Jukester, thank you for letting me be part of your intermediate week
Yeah.
6 predictions content. I really appreciate that.
I think we will I think we'll do one more next week when the playoff schedule comes out. We'll just do a quick run through of how we think the playoffs will go down. I won't be doing a week by week thing anymore because there'll be less and less teams. Eventually, it'll get to a point where it's just like a 5-10 minute thing. I don't want to waste all, it's just that's kind of pointless in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think last week's the last week. So check out then. We'll go over. I'll probably have a couple different people in here with me. We'll go over a bunch of different things, get hyped up for the playoffs, and then call it good.
Yeah.
But
Can
I
I say
guess
one more thing?
yeah, go for it.
I was just gonna say I think this went really well, and I can't wait to see Jailbait's podcast for the shorter version.
Yes, very good. Sum up my hour and 15 long segment into 20 minutes, please. All
Thank you.
right, see you guys later.
Bye.
All right, we are done.